Burning question indeed. Cosmic Divide's gonna expire. At least it bought off a little bit more time. Crips, my hands are shaking. This is way too nervous, man. A nervous moment indeed. Velocity. Are we gonna see them lose out for the first time, and that too the place where they did not need to lose in the playoffs? They will be pushed all the way down to the lower brackets, and True Rippers will write a history in South Asian region.
In the off season, Amaterasu was playing the initiator, so it is quite weird seeing him on the killjoy. But I'm just happy to see him again.
Yeah. Me too. True Rippers. Good shock dart. At least Doma was able to updraft and dash away, but unfortunately for Eccles, he needed to just swallow that shock dart. And that's why I lost out on the HP as well. Techno is just cornered up there and somehow is able to survive all that wrath, all the amount of utilities that So was throwing towards him. VLT they'll fall back considering they have realized they've lost out on the man. In the name of Eccles, they've got no flashes backing him up anymore. So now they will need to straight up go on ahead and take those head collisions. At least Hellfighter's alive, so he can try to use some visual denial utilities to get rid of his opponent's visuals. But still, VLT, a rough start to this pistol round.
You see how quickly the rotation from True Rippers was present. In the blink of an eye, it's a force activate C. Now as soon as the alarm bot's broken, Wimp is going to start venturing into a shot. An area where he will not have to worry about anyone shooting him in the back, but Amaterasu challenges him right ahead. A site under control of Velocity. They can go ahead and plant. Rippers, they knew that Velocity were falling back, but they didn't want to take any chances, and now they find themselves in this awkward 4v4 retake. At least Disrupt has all his utility, so this can charge away for them inside.
Yeah. Oh, they thought the turret's on the left side. Look at the smoke that was being used, but the turret's gonna catch them off guard, and it also reveals the position away, so the flank's now compromised. True Rippers, they thought they would probably be able to sneak past the turret, but no, it's going to be the answer. VLT, they put the turret in quite an off angle, and now, because of that, flank given away. True Rippers, they're sort of starting to fall on their faces, but no, it's going to be the answer. They've still got the man number in the hands. The spike needs to be defused. The time's running away. Amaterasu misses all of his shots, and the spike defusal should be there.
Down to the wire, less than emissions. It's just a one-off case that slow rotation's gonna screw over. But look at this force spike from Velocity. They've got Spectres and Stingers on board, and they're gonna try to hustle their way through all this utility. Hellfighter kills Techno thinking it was clear, but the long-range fights in the hands of Trice and ball him down to 5 HP. The retake tries to be mantled on before the spike even gets planted, and this throws Velocity into a tailspin. Oh, they're getting shot from every single direction. Velocity don't know where to fight. They don't know where to hide. A glimmer of hope now that CT entrance is available to try to backwards speed, but the spike gets dropped.
Enemy remaining.
Dude's only got 5 HP and he's still able to get away with 3.
I know, right?
Yeah. Disrupt, he's got his hands on the Vandal, but he doesn't really have the HP to back him up. Spectre should be able to seal the deal even if a little glimmer's being spotted. Doma gets unchecked under heaven. Does Disrupt have any clue where Doma is? He's right underneath him, and I think so he does. Drops down, will get the kill as well. And Disrupt barely able to squeeze the round away. That got way too close for comfort. But look at True Rippers fans. They're having a good time, man. I mean, my heart's like already broken like a lot of times, so at this point it's...
Okay, let's not go there.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop messing around. But True Rippers, a quick aggressive way to start things off inside this round. That was a counter push from their side, and at least they're able to get away with the kills. Argue way too low for comfort, but even Excali's down only 30 HP. Amaterasu has managed to find his way through the garage area, but that's a quick shot. Amaterasu being put to sleep, and Disrupt goes huge with the 4K.
Off recon dock, but it's okay. Not that big of a deal. Especially when Kazan's up close and personal. Oh, and here it goes. The rolling thunder is unleashed. Kazan's stunned up, but so is the rest of Velocity.
Oh my
and they're just desperately trying to stay alive, but True Rippers continue pushing onwards.
Oh, he got caught! Oh. Hellfighter's crosshair was right onto Aryu, and unfortunately for Aryu, he ran in a straight line. Should have tried to at least strafe around in the air, bunny hop his way out of that situation, but instead it just kept on running in a straight line. It's completely fine. Who's going to expect you to get spammed like that through the smoke? Still, the man advantage is in the hands of True Rippers, and I'm loving the fact that they're now starting to play really aggressive. They're not letting VLT cook. You remember that strategy Crips, that classic strategy where VLT take that A main control and they just keep the silence and they let the silence speak for itself. But this time, if you're going to have opponents playing that aggressive, that's a perfect counter, and we even touched upon
30
it.
seconds left.
Wait, huh? The turret didn't do anything. Okay then. Do True Rippers know that velocity is this deep inside? The turret is placed over there, but it did not ping at all. And now Wimp hears the plant, and he's like, how did they even get in there?
2 players managed to sneak in. And I think so Wimp sort of does have a little clue of what's going on. His crosser was placed right there.
Vision.
VLT. But I'm just a little worried about this entire lurk. That might just come through soon enough. Both of them are just pushing all the way in the back, making sure they're not going to get spotted. The man on the site gets spotted as well. And finally, Doma peeks out. But that's just the first player being revealed. They don't know the second player's there as well. And now we're down to a 2-on-2 scenario. VLT perfectly played. Kaizen needs to go heroic here to try and pull anything off. Shots missed on the first man, and Disrupt's going to be the one to push up quite deep. He whips the shots on the first one, and VLT will capitalize.
Sheesh.
Wow, look at the rest of them. VLT. They're just being so patient, playing together. 4 players just stacked right next to each other, and this might just be a surprise for Amaterasu. The man in the close will be spotted out. And the lurk being nullified, being deactivated. Disrupt gives away the Q as well. Now they know that the C site's under hit once again. Kaizen will still peek out the smoke. Not a huge fan of that. His team wasn't even there, but still Kaizen went for some heroic plays. That's what you call an overheat moment that you're supposed to overcome as a player. But unfortunately, Kaizen, he just pushes the limit a little bit too much.
Hellfire's tagged out by the drone. This is very bold of him to try and pull them inside, hoping to buy them some time. And he does. Both of them vulnerable. Aftershock committed as well, and now the backup has arrived. Hellfighter ain't alone anymore. Wimp needs to make a move from Garage, but he can't do it without the help of his teammates. One and gone.
I thought he was gonna knife him, but Hellfighter at the last second went for the check for the back lines. At least he's being nullified for now, but True Rippers, even they themselves are starting to get these picks in the hands. Excali on the site. He's able to find 2. Are you able to sneak away? But
Shadows traveling.
he'll probably need to go for this save. Let's see if he's going to be able to.
If Aryu can keep the gun in his hands, that would be wonderful. They know Wimp has a lockdown. Excali's prepared with the shock darts. And the shock darts are not going to be enough. So Exos will probably use his shock as well.
The fight started to break down. So far, VLT, they've managed to get 2 kills in the hand, but this lockdown is now going to force the players of True Rippers to fall back. No one detained, so that's a good news. But look at VLT, they're now starting to push up. They're really getting thirsty for this blood. But Aryu catches a man slipping by. And VLT, on the other hand, they know this round is pretty much secured. And True Rippers, they're going to go for a save. A wise decision.
He's kind of playing alone, so he's gonna face them all by himself. Are you serious? He wasn't supposed to get that double. That's just ridiculous. And now he's bought enough time for the rest of his teammates to arrive as well. And pushing out of smokes is always a problem for Velocity. They always lose members while doing this.
Speak about the problem, and it occurs once again in Velocity. That entire Rolling Thunder that they used went to waste. Amaterasu, even he doesn't have the lockdown available because he used it in the previous round. So True Rippers, they've got a huge upper edge inside this one. A man advantage in which you've got Aryu positioned this deep in mid. Is he going to be expected? But Aryu doesn't expect the players in the front. Finally, now he probably will. Unfortunately, the crosser wasn't exactly placed on the right spot. Amaterasu will be able to get away with the kill, but he's still taken down way too low. The operator is now going to be the next one. And Kaizen sitting right on the edge. Wasn't able to catch anyone right there. He's able to safely get away too. VLT, they get the B side control in the hands, but the post plant's going to be next to impossible in my opinion. Lockdown initiated too. VLT, they soon will be forced back. Flash is good on the point, and that double peek's just going to seal the deal. Kaizen all by himself with the Phantom in the hand. Let's see what he's going to be able to pull off.
Now they just need to play for time. There's no nano swarms, so they will have to body check this.
Remaining.
Oh, he gets Amaterasu mid-air.
Use this in their favor. In the last 2 rounds, they have been getting these man advantages, but always they're being dropped away. And Amaterasu is in a position that is not being expected.
One enemy
The Hunter's Fury is a bit late.
Oh my god.
This is perfect. Excali just uses that Hunter's Fury as soon as he spots the players. I thought he would have used it a bit sooner, as soon as the first one was spotted, but hey man, it works out beautifully. Every single time. This round is a deja vu. Previously, it was disrupt towards A long, getting that double spray down.
That's what as he does. Aryu will find the kill, but not able to completely capitalize because he got instantly traded out. Kazan, the man's in the back lines, and he's left unchecked. And Eccles get away with a kill.
For the first time in a long time, it seems like Velocity have a sizable lead. The entirety of Split was neck to neck. Maximally if someone was able to get just 3 rounds at a stretch. But this, oh no, this is a whole different ballgame. Velocity are extending their lead. They're stretching their legs out as far as they can.
Moving towards the B side soon enough. He's going to meet the players in the front. Peeks out once and will be capitalized and decapitated. It's a 9-3 half. There are going to be quite a lot of superstitious people who might say there's a comeback possible. But once again, it's all down to the future.
Yeah, but given True Ripper's performance in Split, I would say that a comeback isn't completely out of the table. I don't know, man. Velocity won so many rounds in a row. True Ripper started off in a dominant fashion, leading 3-0, and then Velocity did not relinquish a single round to them. What is that shock dart?
Yeah, I know, right?
I think it was supposed to land on the bottom of B to break any possible Killjoy utility, but it landed on top. So it's fine, I guess, because True Ripper still get the plant.
Oh! 3 players approaching, but he still managed to get 1. Look at the bright side. At least he was able to get his trade. True Rippers. They've got 3 players all the way towards Link. That's a good shock dart to try and stall the push for at least a little bit more. Aryu on the site will try to get some picks off himself. He's in the close quarter. He does manage to find one. That crossfire is perfect onto True Rippers. And this round is really desperately needed for Velocity. But no is going to be the answer. True Rippers, this is their lifeline, and they grab it in their hands.
Really fast take towards the B side from True Rippers. And this is such a stark difference in between these 2 teams. True Rippers use the B side right off the bat. Create an opening instantly. Meanwhile, Velocity never really went towards the B side in most of their half. They were hitting A and C repeatedly. And the only time they would actually use B was towards the mid-round, where there would be like some 30-something seconds left on the clock. They never tried to go for an outright B hit right off the bat. And True Rippers do exactly that. And as a result, Velocity are now stacking the B side. A and C are left completely empty. There's a turret marking the C and garage entrance, so in case True Rippers head down that region, the turret will ping. But the A site's vacant.
I mean, already, True Rippers, they've shown a drastic improvement in their performance when the last time we saw them face against VLT. But this performance needs to be carried on forward into the second half. They've got the superior weaponry on the board. And the funny part is, everyone instantly, or at least the most amount of players from True Rippers, have invested into those Vandals and Phantoms, while the rest 2 went for a Spectre and a Bulldog. VLT, they don't even have the utilities to try and stop this push. Smoke's on the board. They're going to try to push in with a well-lit unit, and that's what they exactly try to bring on the table. There was 1 pick being found for True Rippers. They're just going to start to line them up.
True Rippers continue the momentum. They don't lose too many guns in the process, and that's good. This sets them up for a nice bonus round.
Look at this meat grinder, man. This crossfire was there, but Domo was able to get away with only 1. But it's completely fine. That anti-eco is successful, and now Velocity Gaming will start to sweat a bit. 5-9 is the score. The cushion that they had's been taken away.
Alright, let's see if Velocity can grow this cushion back. They can't hold on to it for too long. They can't take too many blows. And even though True Rippers had a bonus round of swords, they got surprisingly high amount of weapons. 3 Vandals, Phantom, and the rest of them on the SMG. Velocity, on the other hand, they are trying their level best to figure out where True Rippers will be, but look at the spread out. The drone and the spike are heading to its C site, but guys and try to celebrate to it A. The question is, do Velocity buy it?
Good question. Something even I'm wondering. Aryu was caught, taking it with only a stinger in the hand, and now they're starting to get their grip on the C site. Shots missed, and Wimp will capitalize. Amaterasu. Those shots missed is now really going to start to hurt them in the future lines, as it was crossfire, but unfortunately the hands were busy, and Doma with that spray transfer will get them both.
Sheesh, it takes nerves of steel to push out of the smoke like that. And he only heard the footstep of one person, so he thought, yeah, the other guy's gonna be on the other side of the box. He won't be able to trade me, so the call out was proper. But then he got surprised as soon as he saw the killjoy over there as well. A little panic stepped in, but he spray transferred perfectly.
Yeah, look at this spray transfer, man.
Yeah, so clean.
But yeah, the main reason why he was even able to stay alive for that long is because Wimp was just caught off guard. He didn't even have the guns in his hands. If he did, Doma wouldn't have been alive, but it worked out. True Rippers now establishing that aim in control quite early off. They've managed to crawl quite deep in. Excali's holding the close quarters too.
Aftershock to clear it out close. Right there. Quite a lot of noise. This gives Velocity enough time to react, but even after that, they can't stand the assault. Eccles in the smoke tries to claw back at whatever was lost, and what? That was nutty. That's impossible. That is not real. This man's in the Matrix. He's hitting shots that even Keanu Reeves can't.
Spike planted.
Tap on the head, man. And Doma's feeling himself. You would not want to challenge, or you would not want to give away those individual duels against this man. Do they have any clue that the flank's now activated too? Oh, the alarm bot triggered. Now they know there's a man pushing up through the short. Wimp's gonna keep his crosshairs trained towards that. Blade Storm pops out as well. The turret goes off. VLT, they're starting to get desperate as the time's ticking by, and Wimp capitalizes. And the wings being clipped away of Doma.
Oh, Doma. He definitely has those wings, and he's using them to soar above. Maybe even use them to smack some people down. I want to see a replay. Mr. Production, please. Please, for the love of God, show me that clip. What on earth? I mean, he hit the first shot, and then in the process of dashing back, he got the second. Oh, absurd, dude. Unreal,
Crips.
literally.
Production doesn't listen to us. They don't care about us.
Oh,
the English
God
does.
damn it.
It's the truth.
At least I have you, buddy.
Yeah, man. We got each other. But anyways. BLT. Excali and Hellfighter pushing up quite close towards main, while the rest two are on the underpass, or as you'd like to call it, the A short area. And there's a 4-man stack of VLT. They're just waiting for the players of True Rippers to try and step in. On the other hand, True Rippers, this is a good scouting drone. We'll spot out 2 players towards long, so at least they know it's a trap being set from their side. And VLT, every single player now is starting to get sniffed out. C-side should be easily takeable, and that's what they're trying to opt out for. Shots being missed, but Wimp will capitalize.
Northrush is so brave to repeat again. But True Rippers have a massive amount of area under their control. And the crossfire over here between CT and Garage, it's lethal. Add to that the fault line, and it becomes nearly impossible to fight back.
Oh my god, this 9-3 curse, huh? Really starting to get activated now, Crips. And I'm a little worried for VLT. This is their buy round. Let's see how it's going to pan out for them. Hellfighter's got the Cosmic Divide available. So there's a high chance it might just be used for the better. But True Rippers, this grinder.
I mean, at this point, it's not just a grinding machine. It's a furnace. You step into it and you'll be melted. Doma can't use his AWP effectively. Stand out of position. Aryu commits. At least the aftershock tells you that they're aware about his position. So now they will vacate the site. They don't want to get crunched.
Takes the heaven control and then even teleports back on the site. What a way to get the site control in the hand. Hunter's Fury not going to exactly find the mark. Rolling Thunder being used as well. The players on the defending side are now going to be stunned at least for a while. Look at Kaizen, he's pushed up quite deep. There's 3 players approaching him and Kaizen needs to jump out, and he does at the nick of time. At least he's looking quite healthy. VLT, still all the 5 players looking to burst through at the same time, and this might just be a disaster waiting to crumble down. VLT, if they execute it right though, things can definitely start to pan out quite well for them. And as I said, it's a disaster in making, and that's what happens. True Rippers.
They're really taking they're taking the Ripper in their name a bit too seriously, huh? They've got these chainsaw blades equipped on them. Scan velocity, get there before True Rippers enter.
Highly doubt. They've already pushed it quite deep. The Sheriffs are now going to start a rink. Maybe Domo was able to get away with one, but that's all he's going to find. Of course, the enemy have the superior weaponry, so it's tough to out-aim them in the battle. But still, it's a 2-on-3. It's definitely doable. Even a lockdown's available. Are they going to try to invest that lockdown? That's my question. And probably no. With only a Sheriff in the hand, yeah, they'll need to play a little safe. A good peek from Wimp. Well, it will be able to capitalize on the one, and the second one falls apart too.
Now you can really start to see the beads of sweat forming on the foreheads of Velocity Gaming. How do they even deal with this? True Rippers are gaining the advantage simply on the basis of utility. And Eccles with the Rolling Thunder, he needs to make these moves.
That's what I was about to say. They've got 2 ultimates that can help them establish this retake if possible. Domo's quite aggressive outside garage. Didn't spot out anyone, so he'll fall back. He doesn't need to overextend at all. Look at Argue, just teleporting on top of the site. Might just catch someone off guard. Running and gunning all the way to the back lines. He's managed to find a lot of impact so far. All the way, all by himself on the C site. And True Rippers, the amount of control they've managed to get is quite impressive. Kaizen might just be able to get the skill, but he gets away. That was way too close for comfort.
Velocity have no clue that the B side is being attacked now. They're leaving it on the back of a alarm bot. Amatras is marking the angle. He's sharp. Stops them in their tracks. A much needed frag. A fault line in the hands of Disrupt, and he will get stunned out. But Velocity still can't peek out. They challenge towards a link and whips them all away. Eccles now out of desperation lets the Rolling Thunder loose. It pushes True Rippers towards the A site where they really wanted to go, so this Rolling Thunder actually gets no value out.
Kaizen was so low. He's only got 11 HP, but he still managed to get those 2 kills. Honestly impressive. Look at this crossfire they've got set up all the way back in the spawn, and Hellfighter will be caught off guard. Eccles only's got 3 HP. This clutch sounds next to impossible, but if Kaizen can get 2 kills with only 11 HP, then this clutch is definitely possible. Eccles can't make it happen. Why not? But Kaizen, this man gets a 4K. How is this even possible?
The storylines are going buck wild. Who would have imagined that out of all the teams in VCSA, it would be True Rippers to bring Velocity down to their knees? Hell, it's not just them down on their knees, they are on the chopping block. The guillotine is on its way down, and there's nothing that can stop it. Unless Velocity reinvent themselves by an extreme margin, True Rippers seem destined to win this game.
This is Batman versus Superman.
Huh?
Where Batman says, "Tell me, do you bleed?" And in this scenario, Batman is True Rippers.
Yeah.
And he's making the gods bleed. The giants are crumbling down.
He doesn't even need to pop the question, he knows.
Yeah.
True Rippers bring the kryptonite in, and Velocity Gaming are crumbling. Sheriffs in hands. We know Velocity are sharp, but are they sharp enough to break the blades of these Rippers? Quite a passive run from Velocity, you know? I thought that maybe since they're on an eco, they would actually try something buck wild like True Rippers often do. And True Rippers taking a risk by heading the B site. Only C-Link smoked, A-Link still open. It kind of indicates that they want to pick up the fights over here, and so far True Rippers are winning every single fight.
Yeah.
Hellfighter spams across onto Kaizen, and that's just a consolation kill. It doesn't really create all that many opportunities.
To be honest, the trade game and the team game just seems way better. But VLT, they strike back. A 2-on-2 scenario. The Sheriff starts to ring. And they're managing to find those headshots. Doma all by himself with the Sheriff in the hand. This man is incredible. He's feeling himself. Definitely not a man you want to underestimate. Uses the Cloud Burst, but will be capitalized from main.
From 9-3 to 11-10. It's happening, ladies and gentlemen. The comeback is real. Velocity Gaming, one more buy. They're surviving on max loss bonus at this point. They can't afford to stay in this economic hell for too long, because then they'll be trapped in the cycle, the vicious cycle of ecoing and buying again and again. Meanwhile, True Rippers, their economy is flourishing. It's not just the round lead that they have, but look at the amount of money available. They've got money probably till the end of the match. And they still have the lockdown. 2 rounds and none of the teams have used it. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the round. Utility barrages into the seaside. The Paranoia and the Recon Dot. Hellfighter brave enough to stick and hoping to defend will fall to his knees.
Kaizen, no.
You should run. Spike planted.
Don't overextend, please. Just stay in that smoke. Hunter's Fury used to try and clear out some basic angles. No tags being found, so at least that's a good news for them. Was able to find at least one tack there, okay. But the lockdown is not going to be there. And it finds 2 players. Just managing to delay a little bit more, buying more time in VLT. Time slipping by from their hands. It's ticking away. And VLT, they're going to be desperate soon enough. The lockdown's initiated, but they start to fall prey to True Rippers. The flashes are there on the point, but the picks are in a 3-on-2 scenario. And True Rippers, they start to pick them apart. And once again, another round of the board and a map point.
Techno with the heroics, man. He disrespects the lockdown, dives straight into the enemy territory, and he gets all the crucial frags. He gets detained in the end, but it is possible. He does not care about the repercussions. He doesn't care about the consequences. He doesn't think twice about his own life. He is focused in, lasered onto the goal, and right now the goal is Velocity's head. Off with the crowns, down with the kings. A new supremacy will be established today.
God.
7-round win streak for True Rippers, and this might just be it. It's either overtime or bust. Velocity have to hit them with everything they've got, and Amaterasu stops things off. Timing caught for Techno, softens him up with the shock dart, rocks his body down with the Phantom. 4v4. This is the best man advantage that Velocity have had in a very long time, but can they convert this? That's the burning question of the hour.
Burning question indeed. Cosmic Divide's gonna expire. At least it bought off a little bit more time. Crips, my hands are shaking. This is way too nervous, man. A nervous moment indeed. Velocity. Are we gonna see them lose out for the first time, and that too the place where they did not need to lose in the playoffs? They will be pushed all the way down to the lower brackets, and True Rippers will write a history in South Asian region.
Timing.
Oh, exactly. Gets the timing. Will also get the kill on the player, but the sight's lost. They know Hellfighter's on short. And sight being taken away. Now it's all going to come down to this post plant, and Aryu is able to find the trade. Now it's a 3-on-3 scenario. Hellfighter's position compromised. And True Rippers, they're pushing the boundaries where they don't really need to. The overcommitment's not going to work out in their favor, but Eccles will at least able to get one. And this crossfire's perfect. And True Rippers, they win it against VLT.
There's a new contender for the throne, ladies and gentlemen. The reign of Velocity Gaming has come to an end at the hands of True Rippers. Disrupt, ignited, Delhi elated, and Velocity Gaming decimated. Who would have thought that this would be the outcome of today's game?
I am surprised. My hands are literally shaking right now. I mean, we knew True Rippers is one of those underdog teams, but how did they win this? Oh, VLT, this is a huge heartbreaker for them. And considering it was a debut series for Amaterasu, oh, this is just gonna raise a lot of questions now. Oh boy. A massive W in the playoffs in the upper bracket semifinals, where True Rippers, they move up forward. The amount of hard work they have done, it pays off, and they're so happy.
The joy knows no bounds. True Rippers, really the most unlikely contenders. One would have expected that maybe Orangutan can beat Velocity, but nobody would have expected. 92% of the viewers expected Velocity to win, and a massive upset. This match, it will be talked about for the next month to come, maybe even the whole next year.